Hook. Those of you who've been there, really beautiful blue sky texture. Hi, so sorry this place is a mess, but I wanted to give you some context. This is a rock painting I did back in Cork. So here's a painting I did on a rock there of a scene from there. And while I was there also, one sec, I did this rock painting. It's got some green paint in it, but well. My sister took this photo on the way. I'm really proud of this, really happy with this. The rock's sort of porous, it's actually a good drawing surface. So I did these 2 rock paintings and then I had 3 rocks left. I still have this rock. This is just a really chilled out, have fun kind of a rock painting. And because I got this rock at the same time as those others, I wanted to do another scene from a holiday. So this isn't from the holiday in Cork, this is from a holiday in Kerry, like we were near Dingle area. And this is a painting of a beach that we went to. Oh, I forget the name of it, I'll have to ask Mom. And I'll overlay the name of it. But this was just really fun, just trying to build up those shapes and splodges. Didn't really have too much of a plan, just went in with the paintbrushes straight out. And trying to use the texture of the rock and the sky somewhat. Those clouds are so satisfying to put in, just those pops of white, and those pops of white in the waves. But everything's quite splodgy. Here's painting a scene from my holiday to Cork on a rock that I found on my holiday to Cork. The top of the rock already had that grey cloud sky kind of look that was in the reference, so that's what dictated the way up I had the rock. Ended up adding quite a lot of clouds in with white as well because it needs something much lighter. And I just want to apologise for the awkward transitions in this video. I'm still getting used to this. Hope you like it! And I don't have any of the other rocks anymore because they were both commissions. And here they are. So, have you ever painted on a rock? I know it's a thing that children do a lot in art class, or like if their parents want them to do something artistic. But it's so fun to do with more complicated, or like, you know, when you're more grown up and you're doing like landscapes and stuff. Because you can make the most of the texture of the rock itself. And also, I found it interesting because it's sort of like painting on toned paper, and I haven't done that. It's like it's what you would do if you were to sort of paint a canvas a mid-tone first and then paint on top of it. So this was a really beautiful blue sky picture, and I enjoyed like using the brushes to create texture over everything. And when I did the boats, actually, that was fun because they're only tiny and they took so fast, but they're one of my favourite parts of it. Whereas I spent longer on the other parts, and the longer I took, the more, you know, work they needed. But I guess rocks and cliffs are hard. Here's a TikTok I made about the process of this. Yes, I apparently have a TikTok now. Haven't put much up. Ready for another rock painting? After I did my previous rock painting, I got a commission to do another one for someone. So that was exciting. And I don't know exactly where the scene is, but I think it must be somewhere in Northern Ireland. I'll have to ask. It was really fun doing those boats. It was really nice, loose brush strokes. Looking forward to sending this off. Okay, it turns out that last one was of Cape Clear, Cork, an island off Cork. I've never been there, but maybe one day. It looks cool. Okay, this next one was Hook Lighthouse. The person who commissioned this didn't have a particular reference image for me, unlike the previous one. So I just used a photo that my mom had taken when we went there one time. Sorry, need to turn my notifications off. Hook is this one that I'm doing now is Hook. I mean, I'm sure lots of you have been there if you live in Ireland, but it's in Wexford, and I think that it's like one of the oldest functioning lighthouses in the world. So that's pretty cool. And you know the expression by hook or by crook, that expression comes from to do with that place. I mean, if you go on a tour of it, I don't know if they're doing tours right now, but if you go on a tour of it, there's some very interesting things. It's a good tour, and there's this really cool room that if you sing in it, it just sounds so cool. There's amazing acoustics up there. I sang O Roma Vagine up there. It was really fun. So with this, I really tried to use the texture of the rock, the natural texture of the rock, to create these rocks. And I always find rocks challenging. It's like I put too much pressure on myself to render them well or something, but it's helpful to just like squint your eyes and just try to look at the darks and the lights of the rocks and literally just put those in instead of worrying about like the texture of them or something. I'm not very good at explaining myself, am I? Hopefully you get it. Basically, just try to see the darks and the lights instead of trying to copy exactly. I seemed to work for that anyway. I was quite happy with it. If you want any commissions, you can message me on Instagram. I don't have any rocks left right now. I mean, I could probably find some more. But have a great weekend or week, well, whatever you're watching this. Goodbye.